There's a lot about Raft Chapter 3 to be excited about. Hi friends, and welcome back to Raft. If you've been following this game for a while, you're probably pretty anxious for the release of Chapter 3. Raft hasn't received an update since the renovation update on June 21st, 2021, so we're getting close to a full year since the last major update. The good news is that the Raft dev team is continuing to communicate with the player base about their progress and what we can expect to see from the eventual release. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So without further ado, let's go over every feature that's coming with Chapter 3 that we know about so far. I'm going to go through these at a more rapid-fire pace and not discuss the ins and outs of what every feature could do or be used for, since at the end of the day, most of these are just images and frankly we don't know what they'll do. I'll just give you my best guess based on file names and any other information that the devs have made available. If you want to see what these could look like in-game and hear some more in-depth thoughts, you may want to check out this video where I modded some of these features into the game. Anyways, let's start with these smaller features. We have this tic-tac-toe or checkers type board with some poison peppers and seagulls to entertain yourself and your friends. We're getting instruments to annoy your friends with, just like you do in Sea of Thieves. There's also a straight-up air horn, so that should be fun. Next is a foundation counter, so you can see just how much of your life and resources you've wasted placing little squares to be eaten by a shark that also wants to eat you. In case you're bored of drinking water and soup, there's a new juicer machine, complete with new juice recipes to accompany it. If you ask me, this will probably add in that little extra hydration bar that you can usually only get in creative. Kind of like the way the meals from the cooking pot add in extra hunger. Oh yeah, there's that little chili in there too. We'll be able to turn extra materials into scrap cubes using the new recycler, and those scrap cubes and maybe some other stuff can be turned in at the new trading posts. We can stop at those trading posts with a new potentially automated anchor, or you could power that anchor with this bigger and better battery that supposedly holds more power than a mayo jar. You'll be able to make new raft designs with the horizontal pillars, and supposedly some of the new building parts that we're getting. And you can even make yourself new with some of these special outfits and skins. Or you could just change your entire character with the at least 4 new characters that we're expecting. We know that there will be a slight story overhaul, but the main gist of the game will be the same. There's going to be 3 new story locations: Varuna Point, a snowy location, and some place with these wooden huts. If you want to know what I think these Chapter 3 story locations will be like specifically, and what the story itself might be, here's a video that's perfect for you. The devs are also adding in voice recordings for all of those story notes, so that you no longer have to be able to read to experience the story. In those 3 story locations, we're getting at least 2 new enemies. Some kind of angler-looking hatchetfish, and a scuttler that's basically a ginormous beetle. There's also a different kind of jelly in this teaser picture, so if you were curious, a group of jellies is called a smack, so you can add that to your fun facts too. We're getting new small island designs to add to the 10 that already exist. 12 if you count the boat and plane islands, but you don't typically run into those too often. Specifically, this part excites me as a speedrunner, since there's only 2 islands that work really well for the beginning of the game, and this could really change early routing. As with other major game updates, we are of course getting some new soundtrack and general quality of life updates, although we can't be exactly sure what those will look like yet. So that does it for all of the features that the devs have currently confirmed for Chapter 3. Again, the release date is still just speculative, but I think we may see it as early as May 20th. Obviously that's just a guess and could be my wishful thinking, but fingers crossed anyways. We may also continue to get new updates on features and dev progress, but that's everything we know about so far. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Please consider leaving a like if you did, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already, it really helps me out. I hope to see you all again soon, but until then, have a great day.